Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Kevin and Mark with What Elon Said, where we dig into everything that Elon has commented, liked, tweeted on Twitter, and his live interviews and commentary. None of this is scripted, all off the cuff. None of it's pre-recorded. Just pull it up and go on through it.
Oh, yeah.
And today is February 21st, 2022. Happy President's Day, everyone. And all right, let's jump right into it. See what Elon said in the last, it's been a little bit more than 24 hours. So probably about 48 hours at this point, just about. So Mark, I will let you take the first one here.
Sure. So we have a little philosophy from Elon here, where he posted a phone booth in 1992, a little humor here, and then 2022, the toilet, of course, and had his little joke comments below it, that everyone talks on the phone now in a toilet. And he does the little, I'm dropping a new album, and I think it will reach number 2. Always doing the jokes. Always got to remind us where he is tweeting from. Not the greatest image, but now we know.
He is pretty productive.
He's pretty productive. No downtime.
He can multitask, you know. It's the ultimate multitasking opportunity, I'd say.
Yes.
I like his commentary there. It's so yeah, so middle school boy commentary.
Yes.
I love it.
And now we know why our show is based around Elon.
That's right. Never know what you're gonna get.
Yes.
And I do, we won't go into all the comments here, but the first one up below it is Shibatoshi Nakamoto saying, before smartphone, pooping takes 1 minute. After smartphone, pooping takes as long as my legs have circulated.
That's right. I guess that whole industry that used to make the bathroom books for your house is out of business. They used to have all those all those humor joke books. Like everyone had a pile in the bathroom. No longer.
Gone down the tube, like magazines as well.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, you know what, it makes me wonder though, not to go too deep into this really shallow topic here, but it makes me wonder just how filthy dirty our cell phones must be with, like, you know, microbacteria and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Run a black light over those things, it can't look good.
Yeah, don't touch someone else's phone. It's the moral of the story. Especially Elon's, apparently.
All right, let's keep rolling to some more adult conversation here. So let's see. We have Tesla Silicon Valley Club that says the hashtag Tesla Takeover tickets are officially open August 6th, 2022 at Madonna Inn. We are inviting some of the top Tesla influencers, and we will be having a customized Tesla section. Sign up for early bird tickets. Let's see some pictures here. What do you think about this? It's pretty cool.
Now I understand it hasn't happened yet. So how do they have pictures?
Maybe this from previous years.
So yeah. No,
but hey,
look at those decked out cars.
Yeah.
Yep. Put it on the calendar. Another trip.
That's like the roadsters, a couple roadsters down there.
Yeah.
Now, what did he say? He's saying probably in. Oh, okay. So he's just saying probably to this.
Probably
now.
Sign up for. So is he signing up? Is he saying he's attending?
Well, yeah. Like, what is the meaning of this? Probably. Does this mean that he'll be there, or does this mean that probably this will happen because he's involved in some way? Let's see, we're inviting some of the top Tesla influencers. We'll be having a customized Tesla section. Customized Tesla. I don't know. And then he said Cybertruck.
So I don't know if he's gonna bring a Cybertruck there, and
that's how I'm interpreting it. He's
interesting.
That probably he'll be there, or probably there will be a Cybertruck. Probably Cybertruck. I don't know.
I've always wanted to visit St. Louis Obispo, so Supposed to be a good place.
There you go. Another road trip. Put it on the
Another road trip.
calendar.
Early August.
And just below this, we have Holmar's catalog saying, "Are you using Starlink right now?" He said, "Yes, in the air." How soon will other aircraft? How soon until other aircraft can use it? Depends mostly on FAA certification, but hopefully within 6 months. We're testing on Gulfstreams to debug issues, but deployment priority is commercial airlines.
So are they
Oh,
going to
man.
replace
The crappy
DirecTV and
pay
everything?
Wi-Fi that you have up in the air?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. So
I could see that.
they're
I've always
penetrating
kind of
everything.
dreamed of Starlink for like road trips and camping and just putting it up. Make
Yeah.
your I know like part of camping is kind of get away from it all and disconnect, but this could really make camping more enjoyable for like an entire, I don't know, longer period of time to where maybe you need connectivity
Yeah,
occasionally.
that's right. So yeah,
Some
definitely.
people would disagree with that, but
Well, it's pros and cons.
yeah.
And yeah, for a long time, everyone was very upset when airlines got internet.
They were like, this is my me time.
This is my me time. I'm away from the boss.
Now you're making it where I have to work. I actually had that thought a couple years ago about FSD, where like, my commute, particularly in the morning when I wasn't sitting in traffic in the morning. The way home was generally horrible, but on the way to work, I would kind of zone out and have some good thinking sessions on the commute. And the thought came to me that, man, once we automate vehicles, the expectation is that you're gonna, well, for some people it'll be, I'm gonna jump in the car and start working right now, because
Yeah,
I
that's
now
right.
added a half an hour, an hour to my workday as
Yeah,
opposed to a commute. So
there's no no downtime ever. It's
yeah.
definitely a negative. Yeah, I mean it's a positive and a negative. You get more done, but
Well,
at the same time, it technically also in the other way, you could leave work an hour earlier or something and work in the car.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it is more productive time. I'd say productive time, whether it is actually doing work or whether it's just like entertainment or even sleep for that matter, is better than the mindless kind of waste of time in many ways that driving is now.
Yes. Yeah.
There's just nothing else you can do except for safely drive the car.
That's right.
So,
And listen to this YouTube channel.
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, next up, we have a lot of comments about, or some more comments about Twitter. There you go. You can take this one.
Yeah, it's just move this. Hey Twitter, I'm not like a bot. This is from Everyday Astronaut. Hey Twitter, I'm not like a bot expert or anything, but how about requiring some kind of additional verification checks if there's suddenly hundreds of accounts with identical photos? Can't read today. Names and profiles. I mean, that seems like a good place to start. This stuff is ridiculous. And then he shows just tons of ridiculous things posing as Elon Musk, but at least they're trying to snag people in for scammy giveaways, which I don't understand who falls for these things. But and then Elon responded right below it. He said, seriously, how long must this go on? So everyone is not happy about this. Elon is joining the plight of the common man of complaining about spam, which is good. He's on our side.
That's right. If Elon has to deal with it, like we know it's bad. If you got the blue check mark and you got to deal with it, come on.
Yeah, that's Twitter.
Right. Let's address this. It really but even for us, anybody who follows Elon or engages in any way on Twitter with commentary underneath an Elon tweet or really anything crypto related, like you're getting spammed every day.
Yes.
It's too much. I mean, I know we talked about this. That must mean that it's harder than it seems to address this, but it makes using Twitter a frustrating experience sometimes. And honestly, like I get a little worried that he'll be like, I'm pulling the plug on Twitter. He's done that before, right? Gone
Yeah,
offline a
I'm
little bit.
expecting that to eventually happen. He'll take at least a hiatus or leave it for
Yeah.
good. Who knows?
But I guess what would replace it? I don't know at this point, but maybe something better will come along.
There's always something next, the next thing.
Yeah.
But for now, definitely is here, and hopefully Twitter fix this.
Yeah.
I mean, it should. You would think if it was easy to fix, they would have done it already, but somehow I'm sure they don't. It's hard for them to identify what's real versus not, and then if they accidentally remove people, then they'll get upset, and it's a
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah. I'd say still more pros than cons, but
Yes, definitely.
just like anything that's good in the world, there's some downsides associated with it. Okay, so this was a tweet from a couple of days ago. You had already looked at this. I feel like he commented on this already, but came back to it. And it's from John Carmack saying that there is not much evidence of innovation or trying some crazy plan C behavior from the traditional launch companies. And he said, not much evidence of it, but I'm sure there are signs of life buried somewhere. There are still smart people and resources that could be deployed better if leadership decided to. Oh, that's right. Elon said, are they even trying? Remember?
That's right. That's right. He was saying that the other companies, just nothing's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elon's agreed. He gave a little diss saying, are they even trying there?
Yep. But then John Carmack said, it doesn't seem like it, but there's a lot of resources and brain power and energy being put forth by smart people. So you would think they could do better with deploying those resources if leadership decided to. But I think about that a lot, that it's not like the only smart people in the world are going to work for Tesla. I mean, there's plenty out there in plenty of the other OEMs. And I just think some of them are probably pretty frustrated about the structure of their organization. And maybe the organization has just figured that this is the best way to run this organization that we figured out over the last 100 years or 50 years or however long it is. And then you just kind of get in this cycle of, it becomes very hard to break out of how you've traditionally run the company.
Yeah, and you still have very smart people, and I mean, this sort of goes back to the point that why you need more private companies and not having government run these things. Government just distribute the check. Because if you have multiple people competing, the best one will appear, which is Tesla. But if it was just government run, then Tesla wouldn't appear. You just would have that crappy company, which is the government. Right. But having Boeing, as you said, their process has been around a long time. That's the way they've done it. But having new entrants or the ability for it shakes things up. So Boeing, as it is, or not just pick on Boeing, but Grumman, all those companies, they will they're forced to transform. Like, they have no choice, either do that or go out of business.
Yeah, which again comes back to that perhaps the greatest contribution that Elon brings to his companies is his methodology, right? Not creating the greatest prototype of electric vehicle and then building it or rocket or anything like that. It's his scientific first principles approach, to name one of those approaches, and how he appreciates innovation and iterating on those prototypes and really just generally moving quickly, and how he views production and manufacturing, right? And costs.
That's right. And costs and just every part of it, the production matched with software base, where they can have new prototypes and updates like 100 times faster than the other companies, because their process is set up to constantly test and develop and iterate by software upgrades and hardware. Right.
And so, these other organizations have plenty, if not more, smarter people at them,
Yes.
right? But it's the way that they approach problems that is differently, and the speed at which they approach them that is different, and maybe the expectation of how to approach them, right? That slows them down to creating superior products and ultimately, innovating faster to get to an end goal.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think he was recognizing that, and gave a true.
That's right. Well, we said that's what he meant.
Yes. Okay. I see here. This was a post-millennial. I'm not familiar with that journalism magazine.
That's a great name. That's a great name.
What?
That's a great name. The post-millennial.
Post-millennial, yeah. So it says David Frum slammed Elon Musk for comparing Trudeau to Hitler after he compared Trump to Hitler for years. And so there's his tweet about his frustration with Elon, it seems. And Elon replies with a hypocritical mega douche.
I know. It's what do you really think, Elon? Okay. And a cartoon.
Well, he really can just
he doesn't
pick a fight with politicians
Yeah.
or public commentators, right?
With 2 words, picks a fight. But this cartoon is really sums up a lot of this. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I've seen this happen many times. I mean, I think it is true. It goes both ways, but yeah, how the middle became the right, and there's someone on the line saying both sides make some good points, and the left just saying nope, not right, and pushes them into the side with the right, and the right says, "You all right? Yeah, thanks." And then, why are you siding with the bad guys? I mean, that's like, it is very fitting little
Both
animation
ways.
there.
But yes, it's very funny.
But yeah, it's like, and I think many of us would agree that this type of situation has kind of gotten worse over the last decade or so, to where it's like no longer acceptable to stand on that line in the middle and say that, well, there's some good points on both sides.
I wonder a lot of the time that if the middle is still the biggest group, and I still that this thing, it really illustrates that it looks like people are leaning or gravitating on one side or the other, but in reality, the middle is still huge. They won't just express that they're in the middle. They just won't talk about it at all now. And I think that is still bigger than ever. I think more people are middle than ever, personally, rather than going to the sides. And you just hear about each side more and more. That's just my impression.
Yeah.
For most people I talk to, when I talk to most people, what comes out in the end is they're really the middle. So
I genuinely believe, I heard this when I was a kid once, and when I was, I don't know, reading about the creators of some TV show, I believe it was, I don't even remember what it was. It may have been Seinfeld or some sitcom, I think. But they were commenting on the fact that, viewers and the general masses are actually much smarter than, like media or most individuals think that they are. Like, think of the way that you analyze things. I think that's generally the way that most people analyze things. We're like generally rational people,
That's right.
Look at a situation, try to take in both sides and make a decision as best we can. But yeah, they're I don't know. I feel like there has been more vitriol on both sides, and maybe people are not exactly leaning towards one side or the other, but just in this commentary here, like, there seems to be more anger for those people that are not in the middle, that how could people be undecided about any of these topics, or politicians or whoever.
That politics is everything. Well, that's sort of the definition of totalitarian state, where politics is total and politics is everything, rather than
Mm,
something you normally most people don't even discuss politics or care about them.
yeah.
But when everyone's forced to discuss it all the time, that's when it becomes bad.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems, like my first instinct is to blame the media, right? For just hyper sensitizing it all and like jamming it down our throats. But at the same time, I think that the media just gives the people what they want. And
Yes.
I just think that people will watch when it's more dramatic, and the media just says, okay, we'll make it more dramatic and to capture the viewers.
Yes.
And
I
now
agree.
politicians try to do
Now,
that too. Or maybe they always have.
yes.
I don't know.
And this example here is someone who, I mean, I don't know, to tell you the truth, I don't know most of her policies, but she does seem to exaggerate certain things, especially when it comes to Elon, of what he's doing. Is if he tries to always frame people as greedy, evil people.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, let me identify a villain,
That's
right?
right.
Like it seems that people love a villain. I don't know. Maybe Disney did that to us, to where we feel like there's a very clear line between the evil side and the good side.
Yes. One or the other.
Oh. And politicians recognize that and want to identify the villain and really hone in on them and say, hey, if you gonna side with this guy, because if you side with this guy, you can't side with me.
That's right.
It means that you're totally irrational and incorrect about all your worldviews.
Yes. And that, that's what she sort of was saying here. And then Elon, Elizabeth Warren was saying that Elon didn't pay any taxes. I guess this is referring back to 2018. That's what Elon was responding to. Elizabeth Warren said he didn't pay anything, and as the richest man in the world. And then Elon said, the only reason I didn't pay federal taxes in 2018 is because I overpaid in 2017, in quotes. Since they stole my tax records, they actually know that. I don't understand that part, but that seems a little strange to me. Or if he's being sarcastic, that they take and show it, but I don't know what the stole my tax records means. That's a story that maybe we missed in the past.
Yeah.
But he's pushing back at this this meme or this frame that he is a tax dodger.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it seems to me like these politicians just want to focus. It's like an easy way to villainize them, especially if you don't know what exactly Elon's working on or his history or the things he's accomplished. And I guess it's arguable that the benefit that he is providing to the world.
Yes, and the
Just
nuance
with entertaining tweets, if nothing else.
What he has, I'm not defending Elon, but just the structure of his wealth is all in Tesla, and it hasn't been sold. So it's not like he is hoarding the money. If he sold it all, each time he sells it to pay taxes, the stock crashes and hundreds of thousands of people are impacted because it is a good percentage of most index funds now. So by forcing him to sell to pay taxes, everyone else's savings is destroyed. Right. So it could be looked at many ways.
And I mean, you're going to have whatever opinion you're going to have, but I think that he doesn't sell it not to dodge taxes.
That's right.
Doesn't sell it because it's like his baby or his babies,
Yes.
And
it's that high because he was successful.
Yeah. He believes in ownership of the organization. And he's said it many times that I was the first in and I'll be the last out. That's how committed I am. And people should be more committed to their organization instead of cashing out with a golden parachute and going to live on a yacht, and I also am someone who's of the opinion that, it comes down to how you utilize the resources and the value added through the resources used. So if you are a billionaire and you utilize that money to chill on your own private island and not pay taxes and I don't know, throw parties every weekend for, your close friends. And I don't think that that's a very useful way to spend your money, or very helpful for humanity.
No,
But
that's right.
it seems to me that building out companies that provide jobs, that address climate change, that address space travel with a positive mission of backing up humanity and also trying to make life more exciting, or the future more exciting for our youth. I think that those are novel causes that are worthy of billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
yeah, but I don't know. Jonah Kreider here says she still owes an apology for spreading lies, though she funded a Facebook ad campaign basically claiming that Elon doesn't pay taxes and asked her supporters for money. She owes him an apology. Doubt that'll ever happen, but
Yeah, I don't know any. I mean, that person saying that, I don't know if that's true about Elizabeth Warren. I mean, maybe she did, but
oh yeah,
it seemed
that's
like
true.
that seemed like a very targeted attack.
That was
Yeah,
a situation, what, 6 months ago or something, when she
she
made these
funded
claims?
it.
I don't know, when he was selling the
Yeah,
shares.
but she funded a Facebook ad campaign.
Yeah, her campaign had Facebook ads stating all related to uh, Elon and billionaires paying taxes, and called out Elon directly, and then asked for people's support. So
Interesting.
send $1 or $5 or however much money. Yeah, it was
Oh, this one I
all
love.
over the Twitterverse back then, but it's
This
kind of moved on from that, but it seems it's back.
yes. I'm just gonna read this one.
Yeah.
So Tim Urban, one of our favorites here, he said we should probably start having more kids, and this shows, a chart of world population collapsing over 150 years, sort of leveling out for a while it seems, but then dropping. And then we've all heard that before. And then someone said, Miss America said, how can I feel good about bringing kids into the world given climate change that are going to suffer badly? And then Elon just says, they will be fine. No, don't worry about the doomsday scenarios.
Yeah.
That they will all be okay. It's that
Yep.
climate change will have an impact, but it is, as we said, the slow moving disasters usually humanity can figure out a solution to. Might be bad news for a lot of places, but overall things will work out.
Yeah. Yet another response here related to always look on the good side of life.
That's right. That's right.
What will be the impact of climate change, and will we adjust to it? And I think he's a believer that it'll be fine, we'll be fine. We need to work on it. We need to work on it wholeheartedly and address it rapidly, but it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. Like, we can make it, the technology will hopefully progress faster than the damage, and also be to reverse some of the damage.
Yeah.
And that the existential reason of climate change is not a reason to not bring kids into the world.
Yeah.
He's like, we need kids. That's the bigger problem.
They're complaining and bickering, maybe a reason.
Yeah.
And the endless headache of parenting, but the climate change.
Like, I got 5 of them, so
yeah. 6, right?
I think 6. Yeah, sure, 6.
Yeah, big little X. All right, let's get back to some lighthearted humor here. So this is 12 hours ago, so we're looking into like maybe Sunday evening.
Yes.
Nice meme here from Shibatoshi Nakamoto. Your dog looks angry, and it's a crazy rabid what is that, German Shepherd maybe? He's fine, you can go stroke him. And then your cat looks cute, a little cat in a little teddy bear costume. He's nuts, don't go near him. You got to chuckle out of that. So Elon gives a laughing emoji. Yeah, that's funny there. And then what's this here?
Oh, this is a someone asking for a feature. Could
Yeah.
3 and Y owners with acceleration boost upgrade get track mode or at least a traction control disable function? Would be helpful for some of us who want to track our cars. Thanks. And he says, okay, doesn't mean it'll happen now, but that's another thing where we keep saying that's the way he's telling his team to do stuff. Like if he says okay to some response on Twitter, I have the feeling they know they have to focus on it internally.
I have a feeling the next, Monday morning coming in. All right, hey, look, we got to address this track mode situation.
Yes,
acceleration boost.
That's my theory, but who knows?
I actually had to look up what tracking a car meant, and it's I guess just driving a car on a track.
Oh, is that it?
Like a speed track. So it's not like tracking it to know where it is. It's we want to, so owners
Like
with acceleration boost upgrade get track mode.
Yeah, that's his most pressing problem right now. The 10 people who go to the track. Yes.
What is a traction control disable function? So it's like, we don't need that on the track. We just want to.
Yeah, they want like full manual kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. Very good. We'll jump over to the likes now and go down. I had a pretty active.
Yeah, we'll move.
Yeah, we'll move pretty quickly through this.
A lot of them. Woo!
Yeah. So that's where we left off there.
Yeah.
So this is a tweet that he liked from Terrible Maps at Terrible Maps. America is huge compared to other continents.
I love Terrible. The Terrible Maps is excellent. There's been a lot of good maps lately. I haven't seen this one. This is ridiculous. What is this?
Ridiculous.
Wait. America is huge compared to. This is not even.
and then it has all of North America squeezed into like the Northeast. This is a great handle, and I will make sure to go follow this as soon as the
they have good
call's
ones. They
over,
had a steak one the other day. I don't know where that was. They had a steak with the fat on the side, and it looked like South America, and the map said Brazil, Argentina.
Yeah,
like Brazil, Chile,
Argentina, and Chile. Yeah, but I like this one. Chart to help determine risk of bear attack, and it shows the solar system. No risk of bear attack before Earth. Also, no risk of bear attack after Earth. Really very high risk of bear attack on Earth.
That's good. It's a good follow.
It's a really great Twitter account. All right, here you go. You can read this one.
Oh, give me this one. All right. The SR-71 holds the speed over a recognized course record for flying from New York to London. Distance 5,570.79 kilometers. Kilometers, I mean. 2,908.027 kilometers an hour. And an elapsed time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 56.4 seconds. Set on the 1st of September, 1974. Wow, very impressive. Man. Long time.
Like less than 2 hours to get from New York to London.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Why does it take still held 6 or 7 hours now?
Yeah, and this is this is only 60 years after the Wright brothers. And now this was 50 years ago, and we still haven't broken it.
Yeah.
We
slowed down. We started focusing, I guess, more on how can we continuously entertain ourselves in a more technological manner.
I know. Well, I guess the Elon Musk is going to break it with having his delivery of SpaceX. The Army hired him for delivery of using the Super Heavy to deploy cargo to emergency zones.
Okay.
So they're going to do that with in 1 hour. They could get huge, what they normally need a plane 10 hours to get there. They could do in 1 hour.
Really?
Yeah. The only problem is once it's there, it's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
You can't relaunch it.
Well, I know he's talked about having supersonic jets.
Yes.
Battery powered jets.
Yeah.
And also wants to utilize Starship, I believe, for
that's what
flight, like orbital flight. Right.
Yeah, that's the goal for using that back and forth to key cities.
Yeah. Some good animations on that too,
Yeah.
out there. You can find them. All right, Arash Melek with Duck. He liked this one. It's absolutely nutty how far the Tesla FSD beta can see. The video is 2 images captured at almost the same time, one from above at 400 feet, the other from the ground inside the car. I think that's really cool. I don't know. It took me a minute to
Wait,
digest what was
I'm not
happening.
understanding what's happening. How is the above part?
So this here is like a drone shot from up above. Here's the Tesla.
Yeah.
And what it transitions to is what Tesla Vision is seeing. So it's seeing all of these cars in the parking lot, and the trailer is over here. So this is just cameras
from Tesla,
visualizing and creating the vector space of.
That's kind of crazy
what the map looks like. So
yeah,
it's always been fascinating to me how when you watch some of these FSD beta videos that the driver can like zoom out and get more of like a bird's eye view of the situation.
Wow.
And I know there's been discussions that Dave Lee has had with James Douma that breaks down some of this and how they do it, but it's fascinating. Like they can really translate it into a bird's eye view based on the camera views from the ground.
I never thought about this, and I don't know if it's part of it, but there's the full self-driving from the camera view information, but is full self-driving also incorporating satellite and GPS information at the same time?
I don't believe so. It's just they've transitioned now to vision only, so it's just using the cameras and the neural networks to identify velocity, shape, street signs, people, pedestrians.
Simplifying it.
Yeah, depth, all that.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's like a really complex system, and you could see how using radar and LiDAR and satellite, all that would be easier, but on the surface it seems easier, but actually as you continue to progress with it, it complicates things because it's like multiple data points coming in that the AI then has to like make a decision on, and that could lead to a bad decision that could be life-threatening.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like it.
So the whole thing is that Tesla and Elon seem to have thought down the road enough to where they believe that no, really ultimately vision is going to be the answer to this. So we need to just go down that road now and start solving that.
Yeah, they're just doing focus on one thing rather than multiple inputs.
Yeah,
just the photons.
Yep. All right. I want to say we saw this one already, but this is a like.
Yeah,
I think we saw this one. Tweeted this maybe, but
yeah, might be another person who posted it. So
kind of a drone roundabout of Starbase and Starship hanging there from the chopsticks.
Yes. What's it called? The Giga Mozilla or
oh yeah, Mechazilla. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, Tesla East Bay Club Fremont tweeted Team Kanye forever. I don't know why they did that, just throwing out some Kanye support,
and then he liked it.
Yeah. Oh, and Elon Musk too. So we got Kanye and Kim Kardashian, the good old days.
Yep.
And then Elon looking sharp in the bow tie.
Yep.
Looking James Bond-ish.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I think he was maybe reminiscent about the evening or
somehow
his relationship with Kanye. Man, I missed this yesterday, but yeah, today is palindromic date.
Yeah, unfortunately, missed that. Not good.
Unless you're in other parts of the world outside of the US, where you would put the day in front of the month.
Oh, yes, you're right.
That would screw it up, wouldn't it? All right. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing for him to like, but hey. So this is, well, here you go. I've been talking too much, so why don't you
So
talk?
thank you from the Tesla Silicon Valley Club. Thank you, Elon Musk, for providing support in Santa Monica, which is not
Like
Silicon Valley, but Santa Monica supercharger is always backed up. Hope some changes and expansion are coming. That's what they said last year. So apparently they have greatly expanded the number of charging stations. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Santa Monica is now free of waiting for a charger. Pretty good.
Well, that's good. There'll just be more.
How does
and
that
more.
happen if it's backed up? Do you have to sit around and wait for someone to charge for a long time? And
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Just turn the car off and wait in line.
Yes.
I would not say that that's a particularly like positive situation for Tesla owners, right? Like,
knowing everyone else just gets gas in 1 second.
Right. There's gas stations on every street corner.
Yeah.
I would be frustrated with this experience if I was taking a road trip, But hey, early innings, we'll get there.
They fixed it. Oh, this one's interesting. I'm guessing this is showing that the car is so strong that it wasn't crushed.
That's what I feel like it's pointing out.
That's what I felt.
And the poster just put wow on it. Now I feel like this might be in the UK.
Well, it's somewhere in Europe, definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't know where. I don't know the license plates.
Yeah. But I think it's more of touting the safety of the car. I mean, that's a really big tree that has landed on top of what looks like a Model 3 or Model Y. And it's holding the tree up.
Yes. Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
So I would think, I mean, like I don't know, it'd be close. Someone sitting right there may have survived.
Can you see which side the steering wheel's on?
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's hard to tell. I mean, the screen's over here. So
oh well.
I just can't see it, but I don't think it matters. It's the point being that Tesla's holding up a tree.
Oh, here he's marveling at the Chinese innovation. China's high-speed railway. This is such a crazy picture that in 12 years they've gone from nothing. Although granted, I don't know how complete they were before this. This is lines capable. Yeah, so, but I'm sure most of them were just built in the last 12 years. I mean, this would never happen in at least the United States for all this to be built. I mean, you need a country where you basically have eminent domain over everything and no one can object to anything. Yeah. So, but it is amazing how they just built it instantly.
Do you think that he looked at this and said, "This is how I see Boring Company playing out"?
This may be that, and I could be built like that. He went, "This is the way."
That's it. 12 years. This is what Boring Company could look like in 12 years.
That you should create a meme.
Yeah.
China, and then next to it, Boring Company, 2021, 2025, 2035.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so we got space flight now. Last week, Elon gave an update on the development of SpaceX Starship vehicle. Watch our video recap. Okay, so this is a recap. I can't go to it.
Well, that's the video we've seen.
Yeah, well, this looks like a video recap that Spaceflight Now did. I'm not gonna actually watch it, but I think it's a recap of the presentation.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Weird that I can't get to it.
He liked it, which is good.
Yeah, so here we have some motivating quotes from Elon that Tesla Silicon Valley posted and Elon liked. So you have to really believe in what you are creating and know in your heart and mind that it really matters and that people should have it.
He's a big fan of Tesla Silicon Valley Club.
Yeah. Yeah, it must appear in the lists often.
Yes.
Or let's see if he's following it. Not followed by anyone you're following, so no, I guess not. All right, so yeah, Massimo is someone who gets a lot of responses or engagement from Elon amongst other big Twitter personalities. He's very puts out great scientific type posts. That SR71 post down here was from him.
Yes.
Yeah. And well, it seems like I don't know, I believe it's a man, but it seems like he's experiencing some difficult health situations, and he posted a letter about his current situation, that he's had a disease that has been asymptomatic for a long time, and he's experiencing symptoms now and is going to need a kidney transplant and other surgeries performed, I think, or medical situations addressed. Boy, my vocabulary is really accelerating today. But it seems like, yeah, a tough situation. And I saw some other tweets about reaching out to support him, or maybe there was I guess there's PayPal me.
Yeah,
here,
it looks like he has
so,
a fund me kind of thing.
yeah,
for
fundraising.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's sad.
But Elon's giving him a little support, so a lot of people are aware of this because of Elon.
Yeah, I mean, just takes a like, and you got someone who has 75 million people following you is going to take notice. So I mean, you can already see that there's 17,000 likes to this, and 2,000 retweets. So I think word is getting out about this, and hopefully that leads to some positive, I don't know, some positive fundraising and help for Massimo.
This is a great one. The Tesla model, this is from Tasmanian. Tesla Model 3 will keep you warm for 50 hours if you get caught in a winter storm. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That you can, that because the image is that, the article says there's, everyone says that Teslas die in cold weather and it's bad, but this is saying that it actually can help you. That if you get stuck in the winter storm, your gas counterparts cannot do this for 50 hours.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, could you run, like, if you just turned your car on, filled up the tank, turn a gas powered vehicle on, and just let it run in a neutral state, park position with the heat running, how long could it run for?
I don't know.
50 hours?
I
think so.
I don't know. I don't think
that does seem like a long time, doesn't it?
It seems like a long time.
And you certainly wouldn't have the ambiance of like camping mode in your Tesla where there's the fire on the screen for psychological warmth.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Here we have Kristen 10 K10 says Tesla has the lowest amount of recalls. Tesla has the lowest amount of recalls in comparison to other automakers, and more than half are just software updates. And here's a graph here saying Tesla handles majority of industry remote software recalls. Total number of recalls since January 1st, 2020 shows Tesla is the only automaker performing a large share of them through over-the-air software updates. That is fascinating. I love the over-the-air recalls, basically, right?
The others,
changes to how the car operates.
I can experience, I have personal experience with the Nissan one that they definitely do not. I had to go in for a recall, and I went in and they had to plug a machine to it to update the software. And I had to spend hours going through this process just to get a software update.
Yeah, that would never happen with the Tesla, I don't believe.
No.
Would be interesting to know on this chart here, right? What is the percentage of recalls? Well, let's see. Like, I guess recalls per how many vehicles produced. Would that be a fair way to look at it? Fair and balanced way to look at it, or no?
I
Is
don't
that
know, because they're
skewed?
doing it at all the vehicles at once, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so it's like it's it's you don't need to factor in the number of cars produced. It's
No,
simply what's wrong with your design. That's it,
it's
right?
just instantly updated.
Yeah. But I mean, what I'm saying is, okay, you have 19 total Tesla
Yeah,
recalls. Um, or wait, maybe this is 12 total recalls.
yeah,
Well, 19.
because the
Okay,
rest of it.
whatever. But scaling wise, there's a lot fewer Teslas on the road than there are Fords on the road, right?
Yeah,
So do you need to look at it's 12 out of, a million,
well, I
or
think
it's
this is every
100
one.
out of 100 million? You know what I
It's not
mean?
out of, like, every one of them is recalled. There's 12 recalls of Teslas in general. Not like this one. It's not like 12 Teslas were recalled. It's
No,
12
yeah. It's
recalls.
just based on your design,
Yeah,
there was a recall of some
that's
sort.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. So I agree. Like, this is a fair way to look at it.
yeah, that's right.
And I can make
Interesting.
one product or 100 products. It doesn't matter. This is how many defects there are
That's
associated
it.
with it. Yeah.
That's it. And there's many others for the others. It's
Yep.
crazy. Crazy.
All right. So Gail Alfar says Starship, our hope to preserve the light of consciousness. Beautiful picture of Starship stacked there. All right. Oh yeah, I'll give you the next one here. While Holmar's catalog says, wow, just had a beautiful zero takeover drive on FSD beta 10.10.2, recorded it. And I went into this, and you can see he posts the video and numerous videos. And actually, this one was really cool, which was a drone video. Here we go. You are
showing
here.
him go.
Yeah, showing him navigating around. I wonder, I mean, the drone is like completely still, so I don't know how that was even done, really. Or maybe it's like stationed
Maybe
on
that's
a
the whole
building.
route he did, so that the drone just captures the whole area he's going to ride.
Yeah.
It was just hovering.
Yeah, but it's hovering, and like, look at how still it is. It's just completely still. Maybe there was just zero wind in California that day.
Yeah. It's amazing.
That's like hard for me to envision because of how windy it's been here the last few days. So that's possible. All right, here you go. Mark, take this one.
So Paul F says, the community I know and love, Doge. So we have a number of images here. War in Ukraine is not happy about that. And he's also doing the size of the pictures also. OpenSea hacked. That's bigger deal to the crypto community and the war. Crypto crashing, very sad, crying. But then the biggest happiness is Dogecoin hodler. Oh yeah, in color. It's funny.
Oh yeah, in color. And the
That.
baby is just thrilled and so cute. And it's an epic meme. And who knows who this guy is? I don't think it's anyone that
No,
Elon's
it's funny.
following or anything like that, but
It's
it's
funny.
just he sees this stuff, and when it's funny, and he liked this one.
Yes. Then he likes a quote, Steve Jobs quote. We got universal curiosity said, everyone in this country should learn how to program because it teaches you how to think. Steve Jobs, who I never really thought of as a coder, but Elon is, and he definitely enjoyed this, and that's a person who he's compared to many times.
Yeah, I think respects and appreciated too.
Yes.
So Dirty Tesla says, wow, this is insane. We'll be seeing these in cars very soon. I made a couple of comments and never got any feedback about where the batteries are. This is in regards to the 4680 cells. It was a post from a few days ago.
So maybe
where
they're
these
all
million cells
stacked
are.
up.
But
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is interesting. I'm intrigued about that.
All right, here you go.
Oh, Marquis Brownlee says, man, Steph Curry is just so much better at shooting than the rest of the world. It's unfair. And Elon felt, he's like, of course, he's got to.
Yeah. He's like, agreed. I didn't think of Elon as much of like an NBA follower, but
Yeah. And,
like I
apparently
don't know, maybe it's like a statistics thing that catches his eye and
that's
interests
right.
him. But like
That's right.
there's some weird stats with Steph Curry and how amazing he is at shooting the basketball. It's weird. PCMR said, did you know that some savages go straight into the game without tweaking everything and turning motion blur off? Scary, right? With a meme of me 0.000001 seconds after entering a new game. I go to setting. Okay.
This is the gamer and Elon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I like it.
What we got here?
We have Tesla Silicon Valley Club again. Very popular today. Kettleman City is still my favorite supercharger. Elon Musk and Tesla, the team did an amazing job with it. Can't wait to see more of them. And then that's a very cool looking view of it. That's love to see one of those. They don't have those around here in the East Coast, but it looks good.
It does look good.
That's huge.
It was really big, and I wonder if there's a restaurant in here or what this is.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like it looks like an old school like drive-in burger joint or something.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe that's what they want to do for the diners.
I love it. All right, we already talked about that one. We have talked about the recalls, but May Musk, who's his mom, says, when I travel in Europe, people tell me how much they love Tesla and ask why the American media is so hateful. I say dollars. Hashtag clean energy will win. All right,
Yep.
very positive. Well,
that's
somewhat positive. May Musk tweet.
Oh, that's by May Musk. Yeah.
He liked that. He liked his mom's tweets.
That's right.
That's good. And then lastly, all right, we had a lot to catch up on today.
Yeah.
What we got here? Tasmanian says CATL officially starts building a $440 million factory next to Tesla Giga Shanghai. So
yeah, this is pretty big. It's big bucks. And so they're gonna have the batteries right there, no delays, and I mean they'll cut their transportation time significantly. I don't know is that a Chinese company? I don't know who it is, but they'll have a supplier right next to them, which is amazing. So obviously that whole area where the Tesla factory is will be built up. It looks from that picture like nothing is around it, but I guess
no, I know it's. I mean, I've seen pictures of Giga Shanghai, and it looks like pretty industrialized around there.
Well, judging by the ski jump area, there's not a lot of free space to do things without being next to a power plant. I don't know if you saw those pictures in the Olympics.
Let's see. CATL is a global leader in lithium ion battery development, and the world's biggest, a Chinese company. Yeah. So it is Chinese company.
Yeah. So I guess he's helping the Chinese economy a little more by helping a Chinese company. But it'll be good for production overall, which is not a bad thing. And I don't know if we know that Tesla likes to set a process in place. So, with having that battery company next door, that might be a framework for other Tesla Gigafactory locations. Well, they'll start factory next to an Austin, Germany, Fremont, and wherever else next they build.
It does make me wonder if they would produce the 4680 cells, so Tesla design cells there. So it's kind of a partnership of sorts.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost picture just trucks coming out of here and going right across the street to Tesla, right? Or else, I mean, I guess they just make the whole battery pack there.
I think they make the battery pack and then just bring it across the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
great.
And
positive news.
Yeah.
Opportunity for a company in the US too, to put one up right next to the Austin factory. Unless they're going to build their own in Austin. I guess they don't have the capacity to do that in Shanghai, but they're gonna.
They could have this company build it, or a US-based company, but there's definitely a lot of options. But if the model works, they'll do it elsewhere.
Well, I guess if anyone's made it this far at an hour now listening, they can let us know in the comments.
Yes, yes.
All right.
We will
Well,
see what else Elon said in tomorrow's edition. Have a good
yeah,
day.
we'll wrap it up there. Have a great day, everyone. See you next time.